You're alive.
Oh, hey! Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to another session of the World of Horen Adventure. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've been away for a couple of weeks. We've had a couple of folks off at Gen Con, which I hear was great, and then we just took a week's vacation, which now we're back, refreshed, ready to go. What happened last time? Who remembers?
We played some D&D.
We did play some D&D.
We won the
Natalie,
game.
As you responded first, what specifically happened during that session? So this is after you had faced off against the large ogre-like creature that was milking a giant boar that then... the milk was being used by the Crituitous. You had that little coup with the Crituitous. What happened since then?
Well, you recall that boar inadvertently killed her own child, which made everyone sad, but Theo brought it back to life. As we were deciding what to do, because the belt held a shard of, I believe, greed, someone got up on the roof. Theo got up on the roof and saw...
Just stop you quick.
Yeah.
Pause real quick. Gluttony.
Gluttony, thank you.
Yes,
Gluttony. And saw a unnatural, pervasive wall of fog coming at us, which we tried to outrun, and we ran, but you can't run that long, and eventually it overwhelmed us, and Gluttony himself was upon us. And Cecil said, "Not on my watch," and dropped all the radiant bolts from heaven, and pretty much helped annihilate that guy while everyone else helped, or in some cases literally just watched, shot an arrow and missed. Everyone contributing in their own way. And after he died, we were deciding what to do next, having defeated the physical embodiment of gluttony on the material plane.
Yeah. So the overarching issue that you guys are facing right now within the world of Horen is the release of the greater demons of sin. They had been summoned by this coven of hags that you still don't know too much about. Those hags, you suspect one individual nearby might be a member of that coven, but you're not 100% sure. So these hags summoned in the greater demons. In the process of you interrupting them, Casey, who plays Theo, defeated the greater demon of sloth and stopped it from being able to take on physical form completely. But she did take in just a little portion of taint into her soul on that day. Yeah, it's fine. Since then, you have come to learn that all of the other 6 greater demons were were roaming around the world of Horen, and it was your job, or you took it upon yourselves, to try to track them down and get some ideas of what to do. And you did so. You defeated Gluttony last time. In the process, thus far, a couple of you have been tainted by greed, and our own Pelir has been tainted a little bit by, or was tainted by gluttony, but has subsequently been cured of it, if I remember right. Yep, it has been cleansed from his person. So now you have a small piece of the entity that is gluttony, and you need to do something with it, because your understanding is that these pieces of these greater demons are actual pieces of them. The more that each of the greater demons collects, the stronger they become. The longer these greater demons spend on the material plane, the more powerful they become, and you've only got 5 left to take care of. So, outside the small village of Crituitous Bay, in a little forest that's only a couple miles to the east, you stand there with your items. What do you do?
I would like to recap a few things just to remind everyone. When Pellier, when I identified this piece of this greater demon, it is either a spark or a shard. I have written shard, but I thought I remembered spark. I do not remember which is which.
So I can answer that question with a quick reread of, and of course, to make things difficult to everyone watching, I have named 3 things within this adventure very similarly. You can have slices, you can have sparks, and you can have shards. Slices are portions of magic imbued into a physical form that can be enchanted into an item to become a magical item. So you guys have slices that you put in items: the shield, the dagger. And even the belt that you have has a slice within it.
And those are different. Those are entirely in their own
different. Those
different
are
category.
entirely of their own. Sparks are small portions of any extraplanar entity that has been broken off from the entity upon their arrival on the material plane. So small pieces and sparks. Shards are large concentrated sparks. Okay. So what you have is still a spark of gluttony. In the sea elf home, there was the shard of light. So a large concentrated piece of light was there. Okay, continue.
I'm
hope it's
I'm
still
actually
there.
I'm pretty sure that what you actually have is a shard because we merged it with the other spark that we had.
Ah, yes.
And now
You
it's
made it
like
bigger.
a full formed
Yeah, you made it bigger.
thing. So what we have is a shard. It's a big hunk of something.
And the powers of divinity that I used identified this fellow as one Nezazit. I am informed that performing gluttonous activities around this shard could, over time, respawn this demon that we defeated.
You see Alara like shoving a bunch of berries into her mouth. She's like, what?
So yes, that sort of thing is potentially catastrophic. Just saying.
Yeah, we killed him once. We can kill him again. Cecil could anyway. Eat away.
I'm really hungry.
Additionally, there is our risk of being influenced by prolonged exposure to this item. However, like I intimated previously, this can be used for good. That is mechanically speaking, works as a luck stone, which is +1 to your saving throws, and once per day can be used to auto-succeed on a thing. And I believe the thing is a save.
That sounds very mystical. That is
Mechanically speaking.
incredible.
So I share this information with you. I was very much unable to, much to my dismay, resist the corrupting influence of this item. I could not get this fellow out of my brain until Theodora and her loving grace was able to dismiss him. So I do not wish to... although previously I thought I could use this item for good, I do not believe I am the one who could do that in the future. However, I would not begrudge any of you if you wish to try it yourself.
I think you're just impatient. I think what we need to do is find ourselves an artificer, which we've been planning to do from the get-go, to make a box that can control these things. So when we open the box, we can use the thing. And then when we're done with it, we can close the box, and it'll seal it.
Well, but don't you have to hold the thing all the time for it to have those mystical, luck-granting advantages?
Yeah, but the concept of the box is that it would have its own abjuration magic woven into it. And then when you put the item in the box and close the lid, it would sever whatever connection it already had to you. So you'd start back at blank slate again.
Right, but to use the beneficial aspects, you must hold it.
Well, I think the point is to also lose the negative aspects.
Ah,
Well,
I'm
Alara
sure.
eats more berries.
I'm sure you will be fine. Well, Cecil, what do you think? Since you are the expert in demons,
I think you're muted there, Cecil.
He is stricken silent. With
I
his
am
thought.
muted. Damn it. I'm still sleepy. I don't want this thing near us, but this is a group decision. I personally won't be using this.
Yeah, but it is not overly dangerous to have.
Well, I agree with you, Obsidian. I do not think it is overly dangerous to have. However, I do have a concern about bringing this back to the quilting, the people of the Quilting Bay. I think one of the things we were thinking about is this morning, which seems so long ago, was some sort of way to temporarily limit its corrupting influences, so as not to, perhaps, we go into a large area or an area full of people, and suddenly everyone is being gluttonous and it is powered and boom, demon. We don't want that, do we? No, we don't.
I don't think that we have that kind of subdual power on us, though.
It's true.
So should we not bring this item back to the I want to go back to the Quilting Bay and bring those council people to justice. But I do not want to risk the lives of everyone else because I bring this that item that we have buried below the ground.
Does that fit in the belt? When you combine the two, does it still fit well in the belt? Just wear the belt then. Just use the belt. You're fine. If we think there's a problem, we'll leave. But I do not see a problem.
We're bringing people to justice?
You may recall in the Quilting Bay
I remember what happened.
There was these five gentle peoples, and they claimed ignorance, that they did not know what they were doing was wrong. However, they did know not to tell anyone what they were doing. They kept that a secret. So it is my belief that they did know, in fact, that something was wrong. And therefore, they ought to be held accountable to it.
How do you plan to do that, though?
I do not know. I am very much open to suggestions. I think at least we ought to tell the people of the town.
Cecil, who has jurisdiction in Belmont?
Well, so, it's like, same old everywhere else, but then there's us, my family, we're just here, and we can do things as long as we're not shady and as long as we're upfront about it. I don't really know the semantics, or however you say it, of the situation between us and, the government, or whatever the freak it's called in this world.
So the Empire of Irmios, that is centered within the capital city of Oakwell. The further away from Oakwell you get, the less minute control the Empire has over its people. In fact, even not very far, this far away from Oakwell, you've found smaller settlements like the Quiltings that have no representation from the greater Empire at all. They are under the jurisdiction and the control of your home, which I have the name. I remember the name, Lumenica. Yeah, is that right?
Lumencia.
Lumencia.
Yeah.
Okay. Lumencia, the fortress in the area that is known for that. So while your family have the rights and controls over this area in terms of the law and whatnot, you are still subject to the greater empire in responses and behaving according to their law. As long as you don't piss off the empire, you should be fine.
Yeah.
And so, just like in Hagaributo, there is a speaker from Oakwell in your home.
And I believe we said that we were going to send some of Cecil's band in due time to bring justice anyway. No?
I mean, by then they probably would be, could happen. I'm with Pili. I don't know exactly what we should do, but we should at least go back and check up on them. We don't know how long it's gonna take for representatives from my home to get there.
Well, and we went there to find information about Marwyn, the sea hag. I believe we have to kill her too, right? For the good of everyone.
Well, Morwen is going to take some time before we're able to get to her. I just don't want us to start getting in the business of governance, especially Elara being a princess of her people as well. She's very careful on ruling. So I have a lot of experience with ruling over people, and I've watched my mother govern our people. So we need to make sure that we're not putting our own opinions and beliefs into play here, and make sure that we do whatever actions or carry out things that are fair by the law rather than by our own personal beliefs. Does that make sense?
And Obsidian, I believe we were going to visit Cecil's home to see if we can find some information on this Morwen.
So let's carry on to the home and send some people who actually have jurisdiction to come and deal with this. Do not get me wrong. I don't particularly care, but why?
Obi,
Why?
I don't think he was done yet.
Oh, okay.
Well, I take you, Theodora. Again, I was just going to reiterate that I think at least the people ought to know what their ruling body was up to. I am fine with not carrying out or meting out the justice on our own. We are not vigilantes.
Seriously, no one thought of taking them with us to the fortress? Where
The
there's
entire town? That
No,
sounds
the
far too
5 that we're
complicated.
trying to adjudicate.
And leave the town with no leadership at all? Okay, that sounds like a great idea, actually.
I can think of one that comes from a very long line of leaders.
It is. I think it is a very long journey. And if these men are as evil as I think they are, I would not want to be in their company for this prolonged amount of time. Certainly not when we have this very delicate item.
Evil, possibly. Weenies, definitely.
Just remember, our main goal here is to track down these shards and hunt down Morwen and any information about the greater demons. So we can't be babysitting some bad Crituitous.
Okay. I didn't mean to sidetrack us.
No. I think that
option was
good
not
idea.
being put on the table. Yeah.
No, I agree. We are in a tough situation. We shouldn't leave the villagers with no. It's ethical that we're all thinking about the villagers' well-being. I agree. We shouldn't leave them with bad people ruling over them, but we also just don't really have the time to give them good governance either, and we aren't in the position to rule over them ourselves. So what do we do?
Can I give Cecil an idea here?
A GM intrusion?
A little divine inspiration here.
Whisper.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
When you guys were in Peercrest, you were able to send a message to your family via the Hunters Guild. Now, while the Hunters Guild aren't necessarily specifically under the full control over your family are so ingrained into the Hunters Guild that everyone knows the family, and you're kind of in their league, or rather they are in your league kind of situation here. You would at least feel confident that you could trust the Hunters of Peercrest, which are only 4 days away, rather than your people, with escorting prisoners to your family's home. As they send messages, as they are able to transport goods, they may be willing to make that trip themselves if you wanted to do it that way. Hunters have cages, manacles, muzzles. Who knows? They could probably do a good job.
All right, I propose that idea to the party.
I see. I do not know where your home is, Cecil, but I think Beercrest would most likely be in the opposite direction.
It is 4 days away the other way, but it's better than a month going eastwards, and you can let other people take care of them, rather than yourselves babysitting 5 people for a month.
I think this sounds like a much better alternative.
So, just to make sure I am understanding correctly, we are going to chart a ship from the Quilting Bay to the Beercrest. The 4-day journey, and then 4 days back, and then 30 days, give or take, to Cecil, your home. Is that what we're thinking?
My suggestion wasn't wasn't meant to be the way that you should go. B, wasn't meant that you then follow them home. You're then free to do whatever you want, travel however you want, go wherever you want from that point. You're not babysitting people for 30 days. It was just an idea.
Well, you're saying we would travel with them and she's talking to Cecil. Your suggestion is that we just travel with them for 4 days.
Well, I think that's what Lear wants to travel with them. I was personally thinking maybe we can just get.
Oh my God!
All right,
get.
forget about this. All right,
We can
guys
go
need
back
to
and
remember-
assassinate
Okay,
them
all right,
all
guys,
and be
guys.
done.
All right,
I like it. Let's do
Guys.
it.
all right, come on, rein this in. All right, let's move past this point. Something you guys do need to remember is that you are not the law. Pele, you act under the jurisdiction of the law when paid to do so. In this case, the lawful thing to do is to notify the correct authorities. If you're not willing to allow the correct authorities, or rather, if you're not willing to allow the criminals the time that it would take for you to inform the correct authorities and for them to take justice, then you restrain them for as long as you can, justly, in a way, before doing so. It's not your responsibility to cart them halfway across the world. It's not your responsibility to kill them. But if you have a concern, yes, you make sure they can't leave Quilting, or you make sure they can't leave wherever you would take them.
I say what we do is we just take the leaders, we bring them to the nearest area where they can be handled by authorities, rather than tie them up, because that seems also kind of like unfair and cruel punishment. And then we bring them to where the law can handle them, and then we make our way doing what we need to do. So we've handed them off, that's taken care of. The people are left. They can elect their own leadership. That's not our business. And we leave.
So my position was merely just tell the town people, and that's it. That was my position.
We could also do that too, and they can decide to bring their leaders there.
That is all I wanted to do.
Right.
If they want us to help them bring them, then we can too.
And the suggestion from Cecil to travel 4 days, I did not know that we were bringing them with. If that is what we want to do,
The discussion was heading in that direction to escort them. All right, cool. So that's the plan. You're going to just notify the people of the sin of the leadership.
Yes.
Let
And
me
then-
hold on.
Oh.
Let me hold on to the belt while you guys go do that, because I can.
The belt is fine.
cleanse myself.
The shard is the thing. That is.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's in the belt, so I can hold the belt and have like a conduit between me and it.
I will put it in a bag. I am wearing the belt. It is granting me additional boons at this moment.
You said you didn't want to go into the city with it. If you don't want to go into the city with it, give it to me. I'll stay here.
With the shard.
You
With the
can
shard.
take the shard out of the belt. You guys figured that out last time you took it apart.
I can also stay with Theodora so that she doesn't stay alone.
Okay.
Or know if something will try to like overcome her will, and who knows?
Oh, don't remind me. Don't. Why you gotta go there? Why you gotta go there?
It's a touchy subject.
Sorry, I just
No, it's okay. You
I
don't
didn't
know.
mean it like that. And then
It's alright.
she remembers and she's like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that." She's like, "No, I just meant like because you will have it and you'll be by yourself in the woods." And then she's like shoving more berries and she's like, "I can't stop eating berries. I don't know
I'm
if it's
gonna give
me
you-
that's having issues."
Gonna give her a hug.
I don't really care about the people in Quilting Bay, so if you two, Cecil and Pellier, wish to go and tell them, we will wait here, maybe make a nice camp, and you can come back and rest before we continue on the morrow.
Theodora, here's the shard. I put it in this cloth so you don't have to touch it. There you go.
Thank you.
And I am off to the Quilting Bay. Cecil, are you coming with or are you staying here?
Yes, I'm coming with Jorgen
Okay.
too.
All right. So, 2 men and a wolf go walking off towards Quilting Bay, and it takes you a couple hours to get back there because you were kind of running quickly to get to a tree line. You make the travel in some fairly good time, and the city's in a little bit of a commotion right now. What you had done did cause a few knock-on effects already. Even just in the same day, you'll notice that there's quite a few people of the Quiltings, these small human-shaped individuals, just short humans, that all seem to be crowded around the council hall. And they're shouting and screaming for answers. Banging on the door. The door has been closed. There doesn't appear to be any of the council members that you left in charge, that you left behind, that are present. But the doors have been closed, and people are shouting about the situation. Roll perception checks to see if you can understand what is being complained about in the cacophony of all of these different voices.
That is a
I got
6.
14.
Okay. Pellier, what's your passive perception? Because I'll
14.
take that as minimum. 14. Okay, so you both rolled. Both got a 14. Okay, so you can pick out a few things. You can get an idea of what it is, but not any sort of specific commands here. And the people are asking for an explanation of what's going on. Why haven't you come out of your door? Why aren't you communicating with us? Why is the door closed? Last time you were here, people were able to go and speak to the council, but the council doors closed off, not able to do so. What do you do when you see this crowd gathering?
Cecil, what do you think?
Quiltines of Bearcrest. And just to get like everyone's like attention.
All the little people just turn and look up.
Your council has betrayed you. They have been feeding you guys, stealing one of you people and sacrificing you guys to a giant ogre for the past like years. The thing that you drink is causing you to be small. That's why they're locked up in there. And I look at Pellier and I'm like, should we tell them to revolt and riot? Because I think that would be fun.
I did not think
Immediately
that
you hear people complaining back and forth. This is absurd. This is crazy. Who is this guy? Well, he was here last week. But this is an insane story.
Now, I understand. It's weird. But it's fine. Pellier, help me break down this door. Let's go see where these guys are at.
Let's break down this door.
Let's bring Justice's foot into the door.
Athletics check at advantage since you're helping one another. One of you roll it.
I'll do it.
Okay.
I got a nat one. Oh, 20, nat 20.
And nat 20. Okay. With a 27 in total, just crashing through the door there. As the people part and back up out of the way, you destroy the front door. You can hear a little whelp coming from some little voices beyond it as the 5 councilmen back in their curly wigs and top hats in the back of the room, hiding underneath the star-shaped table. We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything.
Hey. People of Peercrest. Here is your counsel. Ask them questions. Isn't it all true?
What's true? No, nothing's... well, what are you accusing us of?
I'm just gonna grab 2 of them and just like lift them up in the air.
Okay, roll an athletics check to grapple as they're going to try to escape. Let me get my dice.
I got a 23. You see, I sent like the wrong person to do this.
So
Lear, you should have took over.
Right. Yeah. You, by the scruff of the neck, they can't do much. They can't even reach your hand past their necks to stop you. And you hold them out in front of their people. And people do start to question what's going on. What's the meaning of all of this? What are they? Is it true you've been feeding us to an ogre? What's in the milk? All sorts of questions. And like terrible politicians, they're just not answering any of the questions at all. There's just saying there's perfectly good explanation for all of this. It's all gonna be fine. All is well. All is well. Will you put us down, please?
Not until you tell the truth. Palir, help back me up.
In the crowd, do we see the man who we had spoken with at the bar before? There was
yeah. He's in there. He's somewhere towards the back. He doesn't seem to be as agitated as most of the other people. His whole world philosophy was shaken by Theo last time you guys came through, so he's not as intense as the rest of the people. So yeah,
Right.
you can spot him.
You're doing a great job, Cecil. Keep it up. And then I go walk and I go chat with that guy.
Okay. Oh, hey.
I don't believe I have his name written down. Maybe. Oh, I'm sure I do actually. Nope. Grildor. It is. I have Grildor. Glildor. It is good to see you, my friend.
Hey. What's going on? What's this? They haven't been eating us, have they?
These 5 have not been eating you. No, they have been feeding your kind to a. They have been feeding your kind to an ogre. This ogre was extorting your people, and they decided that it would be good to just give in to him. I have a question for you, my friend. Do you have like a dungeon or a prison or something like this?
Well, yeah, we haven't really had to use it in a while. I mean, people get arrested often, but yeah.
Who is in charge of this thing?
He points up at the 5 councilmen, 2 of which are being held up.
Is there like a sheriff or something like this? Like a lead guard? Well,
there's the actual guardsmen that work in the crypts. It's so we don't actually we need to keep them away from the people. Obviously, we don't want crime to spread. So we have the cells. They're actually in the cliffside, and so the guards are out there working out there. If you want to speak to them, you can speak to them.
Okay. The prison cells are out on the cliffs?
They're actually built into the side of the cliffside.
That is good. Very good. I think that
way, if they try to escape,
that is a good system. All right, my friend. I think everything will be on the up and up from going forward. At least this is my hope. We found the things that they were adding to the milk to inhibit your growth, and we put a stop to this. The ogre
So-
was... Go ahead.
if I if I understand what you're saying by that, though, so they were adding something to the goods, and that's what stunted our growth.
This is my
So if we
understanding.
don't have the additive, and we just have the goods, we should be fine, right?
That is how I understand it, yes.
You're gonna need to buy new pants.
Yes, I foresee a great boon and fortune to anyone who undertakes the tailoring and seamstressing. I'll just give you that tip.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check with advantage because you've been a good person.
Let's see. Advantage. That is a 12.
A 12. Okay. All right. So he's not too sure about the whole tailoring business and not really sure about the milkshake, but you guys know what you're doing. If you want to go and talk to the prisoners, the prison guard out on the cliff, then he's not going to stop you. The crowd are still kind of pressing the issue, but they are turning towards the argument that you've been saying, as you guys, Cecil is fairly intimidating right now with the big wolf next to him, right? So, are you going to take the council members now? Are you going to leave them take them to the cells? Are you going to leave them to the justice and mercy of the people? Because they could take them.
I was going to return to Cecil.
Yep.
And say, Cecil, I have been told that there is prison cells up there. Obviously, we are not in charge here, but we have told these people what we came here to tell them. What they do with that knowledge is entirely up to them. Council peoples, you have a very angry mob on your hand. You may be able to convince some of them, and perhaps all of them. But there's also a chance you will not convince one of them, and they will be very upset and cross with what you have done with their loved ones. May I recommend that you check yourselves in to the prison cells on the cliff for your own protection?
Roll another persuasion check. Or intimidation. Depends on how you're really trying to puff out your chest and communicate.
I am just stating facts. 7.
7. Okay. All right. Yep. All right. That's yeah. We'll take care of it ourselves. Yes, we'll do that. And they look up to Cecil, who's holding them. I promise, sir. Yeah. We will. We'll go to the cliff cells immediately.
Lear, can you grab 2 of them? You were going to grab the other one. Let's just send them there. Honestly, if we leave them here, either 2 things are going to happen. 1, they might revolt and kill them. 2, they might not do anything, and then they go back to their old devices. You know, at the very least, we can at least say that we're just trying to protect the council people.
We are not.
Ourselves.
We do not have the authority to do these things. Like I said, we can only tell the people what we have discovered. And I do not wish to get into an altercation with these people. They may have some loyalists on the crowd. I would not want to have a confrontation that turns violent.
All right, let me do something then. They're called. I forgot what they're called again. Their race.
So the city is called Crilton Bay. They are technically human, but they refer to themselves as the Kriltings.
Kriltings. These men have defiled your generations.
That's what
you are
said.
You are all short because of these men.
What?
Do you? They have done ill towards you guys, and there is proof. There, you can go inside. You can see the dead body of an Orgo that used to eat you guys. If you guys want to go, it's pretty gruesome. Not gonna lie.
At least 5 or 6 people start pushing past you. They wanna see the big dead body of the
All
ogre.
right.
There is also a very protective mother hog
Yes.
in there, so very, very careful when you go into that area.
Jorgen, show him the way.
Stop. Okay.
If one of
All
them wishes to go with Jorgen, he will show them.
One of the Krilltings, a taller one out of the group, who's just a couple inches higher than most of the other people, a little bit slimmer, thinner, older, will step up to you and say, "Well, thank you. What's your name?"
Cecil Hathaway.
Cecil Hathaway. Well, thank you, Master Hathaway, for bringing this to our attention. We appreciate that. We'll take care of it from here. Is there a way we can contact you to thank you? If this is all true, and if we can find evidence, is there any way we can contact you later?
You don't need to contact me. Just take care of what you need to take care of, and I'm gonna put them down.
Okay. All right. Let's go, people. These people need to seek justice. We need to get to the bottom of this, and we need to find the truth. And the people start cheering and hollering, and they'll take care of it. What do you do?
I'm gonna whisper to Pilar. We should have just threw him in the prison cell. That would be cooler.
The guards, they, I imagine, have some influence over the guards.
Yeah.
So I don't want to.
That's true.
Yeah. But let's get back.
So as you back away, you start making your way back towards the party. You'll see the 5 councilmen being pulled out of the house and in some form of rope manacles around their hands behind their backs, as they will lead them away towards the western coast. Who knows how that will turn out, what the future holds for them. But the journey back to the rest of the party will take you the rest of the day. You will essentially get to after sundown by this point when you reach everyone else.
Do you want them to? I want to have like a little moment with Pilar to talk about something. Do you want them to do something first? So it's gonna take like a day in game, right?
It's gonna take most of the day, but it won't take a day. So if you let's have you continue what you were doing.
Oh, okay. So as we're walking back, I just want I guess it would be like not awkward, but it'd be silent for like half of the entire walk until like Cecil was like, and it's like, Pilar, all right, how have you been since the monk battle?
I am well.
I know, regrettably, you lost to Balara.
I have lost many fights. It is not something to dwell on.
Cecil just looks very like, not sad, but like, not disappointed himself. Not saying disappointed in you. You know, I believed in you. You know, and even to now, I still think that you should have been able to win. And you know, that guy basically cheated. He was the vassal. He got us. We got bamboozled. That was your win, bro. And I just even to now, like, it just sucks thinking about it, because there is a part of me that after the whole thing with wow, I forgot his name. The best friend, the light monk,
Roab.
Yeah, Roab. After the whole thing with Roab, Roab said I won or whatever, but I still lost technically, and that kind of affected me, and it made me. I should have been the one to fight Balara, not you. And you know, I do believe it. Like, you're totally one of the strongest swordsmen ever. In this party, you are the definitive swordsman, and I knew you could have done it. But I knew that even though I did believe in you, I felt more like it was just I was a little bit scared. And I'm sorry, bro.
There is no need to apologize to me, my friend. I do not feel slighted. I do not feel put upon either. It is definitely in my purview and skill set to duel one-on-one. However, my only concern was that the duel would take place at all. As we saw, the outcome was anything but guaranteed. And once the decision was made, then and I lost, we went back on the word that we gave, and we then murdered the fighter who is otherwise honorable. It is that is a thing that weighs on my conscience, but not the loss.
Well, I'm sorry, Palir. I have a different mindset from everybody else. It's as honorable as I can be. Sometimes in life, I just do what I think needs to be done, and killing Balara was what needed to be done. You know, and I apologize. I put you in a position where your honor was being questioned, and now we don't know what's gonna happen. Like, the son of Balara might come with his monk boys and take care of us, but you know, I stand by that decision, and I'll try to be better with decision making when it comes to that. If there's another honor-bound requestment, I will hold to that honor, unless of course it means one of you guys dying. That ain't happening.
All we can do is try to be better. So it is admirable, an admirable goal.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put up my fist for a fist bump.
And I do one of the. I put my hand on it.
Okay. Is that like a elf thing?
What I do not understand.
I'll teach you later. I'm like, you know what? We'll talk about this later.
Word. All right. Now, while they're away, while they're traveling, by no happenstance of it being foretold earlier on in the session, the three of you, the rest of you, Obi and Theo and Alara. I'm very sorry. I've slept since last session. So the three of you are at your little campsite. Something will happen there. Your little, not really a campsite, but where you were hanging out. Something will happen there about 3 hours after these guys leave. Is there anything that happens with you within those 3 hours?
I just want to do like a smash cut to me and Alara sitting on a log going, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch your Shasa by the toe. If he hollers, lay him low, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
With Obi in the background, like just fishing quietly with like a straw in his mouth.
Meanwhile, like I've got like a little basket of berries. Like I really can't stop eating these, and like I have not been ever since we got the belt and everything. I've not been able to stop eating berries. I'm like,
it's okay. I'm sure you'll run off the extra calories soon.
These are really low carb, right?
No, they're berries.
Where do the berries keep coming from? That's what I don't understand.
One of you keep summoning these? Just like somebody's got good berry or something. Like
you're eating some mystery berries there.
I just like I feel like they just keep like replenishing in the basket for some reason, and I'm just like.
The trick is that none of you can see the berries. She's feasting upon them, but no one else can see them. It's all in her mind.
Oh no! Like you think like I like cup my hand like this, and I'm like, and I like chew like I'm actually chewing something. But I'm like, these are so good. And you never see me hunt or gather anything, so it. But I don't know.
All right. So you guys are just playing, though. You're just having fun with one another, right?
Little campfire set up, but yeah, just chilling.
And like, did I ever tell you about the time that I talked to this really cute sea elf named like Alaris, and he like never called me back after 3 dates, though. It was really not cool.
That asshole. You deserve so much better.
I was so mad, but then I found out he was dating this other sea elf, and it was just not cool.
While you're having a good time, while you're chatting away, you'll hear whistling coming from down the road, the direction that you had been heading when you were running away from the Quilting Bay, when the demon was moving towards you. So coming towards that forested area that you had the battle in, you'll hear whistling coming down as someone's having a jaunty tune. And what sounds like the sound of heavy boots hitting the ground and something dragging through the dirt and the gravel.
So
What do you
yeah,
do?
he never called me. Do you hear that?
Yes.
It
That's
sounds like
not-
it's getting closer.
It's not the boys, because they would be coming that way.
Obi, you may want to hide.
Can you even see me? I'm already gone.
Obi?
I animal shape myself, or wild form, whatever. I do my druid thing, and what can I become?
I get in a tree with a bow and arrow, ready to drop on somebody.
Stealth check.
I
What are you
can't-
going to wild shape into?
I can't fly. I think that's the one thing that I cannot do. So I'm just going to become something. What do I see very common that's been in this forest that would not be like a deer
So-
or
Okay, so you want to be I would say deer. Simple game would be available in this area that you would know would be possible. In fact, since the people around here don't hunt that much, there's actually probably a lot of game in the area. There's plenty of rabbits. There's small beast-like creatures.
So actually, I don't want to be anything that someone could mistake for something they could hunt and shoot with an arrow. Okay. So she quickly wild shapes into like a very
Porcupine.
a brown fuzzy squirrel, and she skitters quickly down. Like she goes into the woods, but like skitters very quickly to where she knows is close to where the sound is, and she goes up a tree and goes far up into the branches to where she can perch and watch.
Okay.
I'm going to pull my longsword out and drop it in front of me and post up and look very
And I rolled a 26.
Guardian-y.
And I rolled a 26 on my hiding in a tree, which maybe Alara found me. Who knows? Or maybe
Did I
she's
actually
sitting on me
say
and
I'm a
thinks I'm a
druid up?
branch.
Okay. So with your 26th, that is well hidden. Alara, in your now squirrel form, roll a stealth check, which for a squirrel would just be a d20.
Okay. Do I use my new Gen Con dice? That doesn't roll well for me, even though it's pretty. No.
Pretty
Well, if
Gen
you-
Con dice.
Did use that, then we could potentially infuse it with better energies.
We could
Let's see.
infuse it with gluttony
Okay.
stone.
So this is my new. It's an actual like gemstone. It's the green fluorite. So if everybody could please infuse it with good druid vibes, because it is green, it like won't pick up really well on the camera. Hang on, let's see. Come on, there we go.
Yep.
Nice stone.
Doing it.
Come on.
Everyone think 20. Think
Green 20. Green 20.
Green 20. It's 13.
It's
So not
better.
terrible. It was getting like all like 3s before, so we boosted
Bumped
it.
it by 10. We should have thought of 30.
All right. So
Yeah.
you go off and hide. You go off and hide. Theo, you've got your weapon out, ready to go. Okay. As you're sat there on this little log with a rock next to you and the sword there, while there's a squirrel somewhere in the trees and a tabaxi somewhere else, you'll see a silhouette of something come out from behind the trees. It is a large, hulking, great big automaton-looking monstrosity made of sheets of metal and wood combined, just slamming its feet deep into the ground as it steps, heavy booted steps. Its hands are clearly holding on to the long wooden poles that drag behind it, as you look behind this huge stone, metal and wood figure, you'll see he's dragging a sleigh behind him of some sort, with the curled up rails that are scraping through the dirt right now, and a very large square cabinet on the back, lying down lazily, singing a jaunty little tune with his feet up on the edge of the sleigh, hands behind his head, is a tiny little goblin that's just having a good time as the automaton drags him through the ground. Oh, see ya. Stop whistling. Hey. And
Let's see who.
keep going. A goblin riding on a sleigh.
No, does he see me?
Oh, no, he sees Theo, since she's not making any effort to hide.
Oh, okay.
Do I know the tune that he's singing?
It's kind of like a little folk tune, more like a nursery rhyme than anything else. So yeah, you probably do know.
I'm gonna harmonize, and I'm gonna start walking beside him.
Hey, you're pretty good with the noises, eh?
Eh?
While this
Noise.
is happening, I skitter down from the tree as like they've passed me, and I transform back into my elf self, and so I'm standing like we're kind of both on either side.
Either side of the sleigh. Okay.
Or letting them pass, so I'm behind them. So it's
Okay.
almost like we're, and I'm just kind of watching, and I'm like, and then I mouth so that I imagine like she knows I'm there, so like she could just kind of like easily look and see me, and I'd be like, okay.
As you're whistling along, he'll kick up his feet, lean forward, tap the automaton on the back a couple times. Hey, Roxy, stop, boys. We're gonna chat for a moment, eh? So, the name is Leo. How you doing,
Leo?
Leo? Hey.
I'm Theo.
Hey, and he'll slap the sleigh next to him. You come sit next to me, babe.
I'll stand. Thanks. And then I'll slip into goblin.
That's when like Alara crosses her hands on her chest, and she's like, just like she looks offended.
I'm pretty used to this.
As you change into goblin, his demeanor changes quite a bit. He'll actually sit up in the chair. His thick accent calms down quite a bit. Hi. Nice to meet someone with the nose, the good tongue.
I'm glad you approve. It's becoming more common, especially in the cities.
Well, that's where I'm headed.
Say,
Which city you from?
I'm personally from Oakwell.
So I've heard there are some fantastic places in Oakwell to have a drink, maybe go on a nice walk, see some sights. You wouldn't happen to know some people I could spend a day or two with, buy some dinner?
Yes, but they're not there right now.
Because they're here?
Did you happen to make that yourself?
Yeah. Me and Roxy, tapping it again, have been together for a very long time.
You're an artificer.
I have dabbled, yeah. Are you looking? Do you need? I sell some of the best tools and slices this far south of the mainland.
Did you go to the university? Do you have credits?
Rolls his eyes. Yes, I went to the. Yes, this was my. What's the word for the PhD equivalent? Dissertation. Is that it? I don't know.
That is.
Yeah.
Capstone project.
Yeah, this is Roxy was my final project. This got me my degree.
Well, I probably would be in trouble if I attempted to hire you without talking to anybody else first. But we have a base in Oakwell, me and my companions. We are looking for an artificer to stay there and work in-house for us. We have so many things, so many very powerful, potentially very dangerous things that we need someone with skill to be able to handle and work their magic into to make that stuff controllable.
Well, would you like to take a look at some of my wares? I have some of the best stuff.
Yes, I would.
All right. And into the salesman mode he starts doing his pitches about how exotic the magics that he has. He'll jump up on top of the large box in the back of the wagon and open up the top. As he does, it folds out into one of these large display cases that traveling salesmen would have, with lots of items and pieces of glassware that you, being a studious individual, will probably recognize as mostly for show than actual use for right now. During all of this, Obi, still up in the tree?
I can't understand a word they're saying, so I've just got arrow taut, ready to put an arrow through his neck if the need arises, because I don't quite know what's going on. He doesn't seem threatening, but I don't know Goblin.
As he gets towards the back and he's unfolding everything, is the sea elf still behind the sleigh?
So I imagine, she, he's, opens the doors, and she uses druidcraft to make some leaves fall. And as he, closes them, she's standing right there with leaves falling right in front of her, and she's like, hello.
He turns back to Theo. You see the blue woman, eh? Yeah?
She's real.
Okay.
What I should have said is, what you doing in my waters?
Just checking. My name is Leo. Who are you?
My name is Alara, and I see you've been chatting with my lady.
Oh, she's yours?
Yes.
There's a bit of a scowl or a frown that drops on his face.
And I see that reaction so often.
I link arms. Laura.
And she, affectionately pets your hair. I'm sorry, my beauty, but we must converse with him. Now, I heard talk that you're an artificer.
Obi is really confused in the trees, by the way. Because he can hear that bit in the comment.
He's like, her petting his hair. He's like,
okay.
It's a weird day.
Yeah.
I am. My name is Leo, and I sell the best potions and equipment and items and slices anyone is ever gonna find. And he'll start pulling out items of his workshop, which are mostly potions that he's crafted and little powders. He describes how you can use certain powders to adjust. As you throw them into flame, you can have different effects and special artwork that suddenly flares up within the flames itself. And then he pulls up a pair of boots. These boots here? These boots can make you teleport. Eh? You want to teleport? I know you want to teleport. You want to be able to go places you've been.
Potion seller, I'm looking for a specific thing. And then she turns to Theo. What do we need?
A box that is anti-fiend?
Oh, yes. I'd be up to crafting us something entirely new. Are you up to a challenge? Are you up to putting your skills up to a whole new task?
I've seen anything you said me.
I've seen boots that can teleport. That's nothing special. I've seen potions that can make you strong enough to kill a dragon. That's nothing special at all. But can you make a box that can contain magic so powerful they can drive you mad.
You want a box?
Yes, I want a box. When you sound like that, it makes it sound silly, but I want a magic box.
You don't just want a magic box. You want a anti-magic box.
Yes, that's a better way to put it.
I guess I could do it for you. I could do this box, but the alchemical products and the materials I'm gonna need to be able to do it, and the time, it's gonna be good 50 gold pieces.
Well, I understand that the ingredients will be pricey, of course. But could we not work together? Do you need a little help with certain things that we might barter and drive the price down?
Roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Where is my persuasion? Okay. Come on, Gen Con die. Oh. That's
I wasn't
an
charging
8.
it with Juju. Oh no.
was that?
What?
What was that in total?
An 8.
An 8. Well, we could. There was an actually.
Hmm?
Was there an actually? Did I hear you say actually?
I was just saying, I don't know my druid spells very well, so I was just making sure she doesn't have anything I would know that I can do to it. Like, I know my cleric, for instance, can, like,
Right.
guidance.
Improve
himself.
skills.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. No, I don't think.
I don't
you-
think
you're able to
I
do so,
do.
At least not retroactively.
Yeah.
We could, but we're not going to. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, 50 gold for an anti-magic box is a steal.
But why is it a steal?
Probably because it's hard. It's a little bit hard to find work as a goblin right now.
Okay. So she looks at him and she's like, okay, fair. She just kind of sits for just a second and she wants to roll insight on him just to see that he's being truthful.
Roll an insight check.
I'm gonna crawl down the
Hot
tree, by the way,
damn.
and go back and pick up my line of fish.
That is going to be a 22.
Booyah!
Nice. All right. He
First
is
vanquish.
hiding something.
Mm.
Okay. You don't know
She
what it is,
goes-
but there is something that he's hiding.
She goes, okay, but I just can't help but notice that for such a strong magical object, you seem to be offering it for a low price. You seem to be maybe hiding something, running from something, keeping something. Is there anything you wish to tell me? I mean, we could work together.
I try my best to look
Okay.
jealous.
Okay. Yeah, the anti-magic spell is a bit more powerful of a spell, and yeah, it should be more valuable an item. But I thought we were making a deal, we were being friendly here, and it's been a long road. I was hoping I could sell stuff in the next village over and in the few stops between here and Oakwell. And so I thought I could just offload something for you to get maybe a little bit of practice before I go into... What is this town nearby here?
You don't know?
I've been traveling for a while. Is there anything that they might be interested in?
You know, I've not met the people here much. I don't think they're the sort that really value magical objects.
You? Theo.
I'm looking at Alara. Like she's getting at something. I know she is. She's trying to prod him for stuff, but
And
I
he's
don't.
deflected completely.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure where she's attacking or where she's trying to puncture his defenses.
Damn, I wish I was a cleric right now.
Having
Sorry.
sitting and listening to this whole conversation from the shadows, can I take an insight check to see if I know what Alara's getting at?
Roll an insight check.
Are you inciting me?
Yes, he's inciting you to get an idea of where you're going.
It's a 9.
So that's a no.
I guess since he did it, I should too.
Well, he's a ways away. He's not actually listening to the minute details of
Okay.
the conversation.
All right.
He's far enough away that he can't pick up on those subtle hints very easily. You're fine being so close.
Leah.
Hey.
All right. So, you remember how I said that we could have a job for you, like in-house, like stable, like roof over your head, 3 square meals a day, more or less free of charge. If you are straight with us, then that is all a possibility. If you are not straight with us, and we know that you're not, then you can kiss that little nest egg goodbye. You're being real fishy, man.
Roll a persuasion check.
What's the deal? I want to be your friend. Open up to me.
Can I aid her, because I'm gonna add druidcraft to it to like kind of blustery wind to like make her look just more like not intimidating, but just kind of
Place
like
the sun right behind the crown of my head for a second.
Sure, like just kind of like make her look more significant, if I can't think of like a good word, but I have things I want to say afterward, but I want to like aid her.
Yep, you can help her
Roll that again.
with advantage. So roll it twice.
Oh no! I got 2 8s, y'all.
Oh no.
No, we are sucking at this.
How do I know the deal is genuine? How do I know you can actually offer your end of the bargain?
I'm full of Cecil here. Look into my eyes. Know that I'm true.
Sneezing on the way back.
What were you? You said you were going to try to say something there, Alara.
So what she does then is she's going to, I hate this because I never really like never play this type of like route with a character, but she's going to try to become intimidating now. She lets her like she stands up very tall and her ears become like upright more, and she gets this very stern look on her face, and she produces flame in both of her hands, and that's just a cantrip. But she says, "Look, I know you're lying to me. It might be something small, it might be something much larger, but I know you're hiding something from me. And I have more friends than you are aware of here. If you don't tell me, we'll find out. It's better for you if you just work with us."
This is the part where I can aid her.
Yeah.
I would like
How
to,
are you going to help?
I would like to skirt around the goblin to like behind him so I could do some attic stuff. And I would like to do thaumaturgy and darken the sky a little bit above her and make her eyes completely pitch black.
That must look scary on a very like light blue skinned. I just look like totally not Alara at all.
Roll an intimidation check.
Oh,
at
God.
advantage.
Okay, switching out of the Gen Con die because it's not the most reliable. On advantage, that is gonna be. Where's my intimidation? That is 19.
19 in total. Okay. Okay. Calm down, woman. Put the fire away.
I'm also really hungry. Okay, I'm a little hangry right
You're
now.
not yourself when you're hungry.
Mhm.
Okay.
And get this woman a snack. Okay. Alright. I can see you're not the normal kind of clientele. I can see that. So I won't try to do you the spiel, alright? You seem good people. I was offering you a cheap price because most of the items I make are temporary.
Mm.
If you want something more permanent, we can come to a deal. If you can prove to me that your business that you want me to be part of is real, I will. I would like to be. I would like you to make me a better man, and to be more, working steady in one place for so long. But
As a lady sea elf, I've heard this before. Do I believe him?
roll an insight check.
Okay. A nat 20. Oh, and insight, get a +6, so 26.
So 26. Okay. Your natural 20 is perfect. You see through the deception for what it is. Okay. It's one thing to lie, but it takes another person to lie using the truth. And there is a modicum of insecurity within him that you can immediately sense when he says that. So there is something there to him, a little bit more to this individual than his first face value. But you do obviously believe him that his when he said that his usual clientele are just for temporary stuff. When he said that, but yeah, he lied to you by telling you the truth.
Okay, so I believe that he was originally going to just sell us a box that would have worked temporarily, but now he's actually willing to, as long as we work with him, then he'll eventually make us something legit.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you can provide an actual provable contract
Okay.
that could keep him running, other than your eyes.
And then she's crossed her arms and her eyes fade back to their normal color, and she's like, Leo. She just shakes her head and she smirks because she sees right through him. She's like, you're good, I'll give you that. She's like, I kind of like you. She's like,
You're not half bad yourself.
she's like, let's come
All right, hands off. Okay.
And she's like, what deal
right.
can we strike here?
You seem interesting people, and if you're from Oakwell, I'm going to Oakwell as well. I might make a little bit of coin on the way. How about this? It would take me, say, about 8 hours or so to make the box that you want. Yes, it will be temporary, but I promise on the deepest part of my heart that I will keep it running for as long as you need it. How long do you need the box to be magical?
Indefinitely? How's that?
Okay, that's a little bit long.
We don't need it indefinitely.
And then she looks at you
It's only
Okay.
this whole spark thing is only going to happen for a time, and then it's going to stop, and then everything's going to return to normal.
Let me
Okay, not
explain the
indefinitely.
situation
He looks at
to you.
and she's like,
I can infuse items with certain power But I have a limited capability of doing that. If I give you a permanent item, then I lose a portion of my business, a good portion of my business. I cut my ability to sell these daily items down considerably. So I'm willing to perhaps I'll give you I'll make the box tonight, right? You test out, see if it's something you like, and let's say maybe 10 20 days to test it out. Sorry, we don't do 10 days, do we? No, we do 10 days. Yes, sorry, calendars. Yeah, maybe 20 days. You try it out, and then if you like it, we can come to a deal. I am on my road to Oakwell. You can catch me there, and in 20 days, hopefully, you don't need the box anymore.
And then she looks at Theo.
I think if he's going to be our in-house arcanist, I really want to say he should come with us and work on the sled as we move, because we're about to visit Lumencia.
Yes, and I actually would like to make sure that if this product doesn't work, we have a way to get a hold of you.
I've got that. I know his face. I know his name. I can contact him.
Do you do you know people in Lumencia?
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
His eyes light up. You almost hear the sound of coin clinking in the back of his mind.
I hear their library of abjuration is enormous.
Why do I have a feeling?
Rivalry. It will rival the observatory.
Okay. All right. Then, traveling with you, I will lose an opportunity to make a bit of coin on my travels. So, how about we come to a deal? I'll travel with you to Lumencia. I know I can make some coin in Lumencia if you can get me in with someone inside the fortress.
Well, no, the idea was I pay for your room and board and your food, within reason. But I say you should follow us to Lumencia because you can learn there, and that's worth so much more than money.
You feed me.
I'll feed you.
And you get me into the fortress of Lumencia, because I haven't been able to get inside the fortress. That's a story for another day. But you get me inside the fortress, and we have a deal.
I trust you know how vicious they are about guarding their secrets.
Oh, I know they are very close to their secrets. Very.
Okay. Best behavior.
Okay. Roxy, you hear that? You best behave.
Well, and I think dinner then is appropriate, and I've got a little fire going in my fish out, and I step out. If we are going to travel together, perhaps we can sit and have a meal while we wait for our compatriots to return.
You with them?
Oh, yes. My name is Obi, but you may call me Obi.
Hello, Obi. My name is Leo, but you can call me Mr. Leo.
Mr. Leo and Roxy. I like it very much. Does Roxy eat fish or just you? Please come, sit.
Just me. Okay, Roxy, you take care of the cat. I'm going to have fish with the cat.
Leo.
Yeah.
I know you said it was a story for a different day, but you said that you've not been able to get into the fortress, not forest, fortress. I only ask because it might be a bit of a hiccup if it's any sort of legal issue that has kept you from getting into the fortress. Do you have any trouble with the law in this city?
No, mon chéri. I don't have any problem with the law. No.
You wouldn't be telling a lady a lie again, right?
Oh, not. Of course not. No, it was a simple misunderstanding. I made someone believe something that they didn't want to believe. That is all. And they wouldn't let me back in the city in case I did it again. You know.
Did this happen to be anyone of significant power in the city? Like a prominent family?
No, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't remember his name.
Insight.
You know
Go
it.
ahead and roll insight.
25.
25.
I'm also doing that, and I got 16.
Yeah, he knows full well who he jilted in the past. Yeah.
Great, this will go over well. Nothing bad's gonna happen. This will be really interesting.
Why did you do that? Why did you mess with someone's head?
Well, it was in my younger days when I was a bit more carefree and accident prone. I convinced someone that I could find them the greatest hunt they would ever find, and he paid me very well. And the big monster that I sent him to happened to be an illusion, and he wasn't too happy about it.
Okay, that's not so bad. That's just a wounding of like pride with limitations. I want to let you know, Leo. Me and Alara here see right through everybody. So you can be straight with us. We'll help you. If you be straight with us, if you continue to be straight with us. I'm picking up on the way that you're speaking, and you're speaking half-truths like all the time.
I might need a bit of help. You rein me in. You make me a better person, just like she can.
I also just want to give you a little heads up that whenever you tell your tales, you best maybe only want to tell them to maybe Theo and myself, because if you tell them to one of our party members who is from this city, he probably is going to get really angry with you. So maybe just rein it in and...
Who you got with you? Who else is part of this little gang?
I think you should know.
You think he should know?
I think you should know. So he can be... we know that he's clever. We know that he can cover himself adequately. So maybe we should let him know what he's working with.
Yeah, if you want to tell him.
It's a Hathaway.
Again, eyes just go wide. Oh, you gotta... okay. I will be on my best behavior. I will
He
be
just
the best.
got done kicking a demon's ass. So...
The joy he took as he plunged his blades repeatedly into the skull is something to behold and fear, truly.
I promise you this. I am going to make him my best friend.
That would be wise.
Get to Lumencia.
He might automatically distrust you if you're too nice, though. Just be cool. Be cool.
Okay.
Be yourself and be cool.
Well, he's a Hathaway, right? So got a little bit of the edge. Okay.
This
little
one,
bit.
yeah.
All right. So about that fish, eh? What kind of you got some? You gonna smoke it or fry it?
Oh no, it is over a fire right now, roasting. I descaled it, took off the head and the tail, and cleaned it out, so you'll just have some nice fillets when we're done. You can have it with some berries, I guess. That's a thing.
And he'll open up his more of his little carriage, his little sleigh, the cupboard on the back, and he does have some cooking utensils, and he's got some spices and little pieces of garnish that he immediately starts getting involved with, and he wants to just make that just a little bit better.
Oh, he's more than welcome. Go right ahead.
So he'll start cooking, and as the day goes on, eventually our companions will rejoin us. So Pele and Cecil, you return just after nightfall on this particular occasion. They're having a wonderful meal. They've had it a couple hours before, and so you can see your companions with a goblin and an automaton and a sleigh, which is I didn't mention the color before, is a bright green sleigh. that is sat with everyone.
What did we miss?
I mean, we met a friend. What did you do in the town this whole time?
You were gone a very long time.
Yeah,
We-
how is everybody?
We incited a revolt, pretty much. It was glorious.
We let you do
I'm
punking.
joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
You know, it's sad because I actually don't believe you.
Princess, please. I'm joking.
Princess.
It's a nickname, term of endearment between friends.
Well, let
She
me
is the
introduce
professor
myself.
doctor. She is the princess. I am Obi.
Okay, so
The assassin.
okay. Is that a nickname too, or?
Yep.
you-
These are
Yeah,
just-
I'm just a simple thief. That is the name they gave me, though.
Well, let me introduce myself to you, fine, upstanding gentlemen. My name is Leo. This is Roxy. Roxy, say hi. Roxy waves a big metallic hand.
Good evening, Roxy. I am Billy de Winter. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Leo.
Leo and Roxy were on their way to Oakwell, and he might have made Roxy, and he may now be making us an anti-magic box.
And we are traveling the same direction, so we will just make a little trip of it. Huh?
That sounds terrific.
Now we are heading in the right direction, but don't let it fool you. I was headed up towards Oakwell. You guys aren't going to Oakwell. I decided I would come and travel and help with you guys. You said your name was Pelir de Winter. What is your name?
Cecil Hathaway.
Oh, Roxy, give the big man a hug. And Roxy, the automaton,
I'm like
is going to move
behind
towards
Roxy
the
going,
giant.
too much, too much, too much.
Please don't touch me.
Okay,
I don't like being touched.
sorry.
So can I just roll? I don't know. Can I just roll for history? Do I know this name, Leo and Roxy, or a goblin? Would I know?
It's
Because he said-
possible.
Yeah, he said it's
It's
years
possible.
ago.
Yeah, it was years ago. So roll a history check. It's possible.
Just
You,
for funsies.
you might have heard of the story.
Come on. 15.
15. Okay. The name Leo and Roxy doesn't sound familiar at all. However, a goblin with an automaton. You remember hearing something about that, but you don't quite remember what it was. But he's definitely been to Lumencia before. Unless there's another goblin somewhere with an automaton.
Oh,
Which probably isn't.
so wait, you're headed with us?
He
Yeah,
agreed
you're-
to make us an anti-magic box. Which we really need, and she looks at Cecil like,
Oh, that's understandable, but you have to understand that Lumencia, we only people close to family members and people close to people that can be inside it are allowed to be in there. I'm perfectly fine with allowing Leo and Roxy in. It's understandable. I mean, I wish I was here, but I wasn't here for the discussion, but it's fine. As long as he's on his best behavior, that's okay.
we will, of course, respect your homeland's traditions as you respected mine, and she nods her head, which I appreciated. We will, of course, keep an eye on Leo. She nods at Theo, like, and who will be on his best behavior, I'm sure. And she looks,
I'm gonna turn right to Leo and say, I can light you up like a holiday light.
and she will.
I believe it.
Have you ever heard of a terrible spell called Blight?
I've heard of the spell.
I can cast that on your goblin nether regions. And
That's
then,
really It's really scary, Laura.
And then she's like, oh, dialing it back. And
What happened when we left?
So many things.
she's like,
You should have been there.
Yes.
she's like, but yes, we really need an anti-magic box, and I'm sure the amount of time it would take to hunt down another artificer would be a long time. So this is a really good option that we have right now. And we need to go to your home city anyway, Cecil. So
Fine. I'm gonna look at Leo and was like, have you been there before?
I have promised that I will be completely open and true with you. Yes, a very long time I went to Lumencia.
yes.
Who brought you in there?
I was brought in as a guest by the librarian, which Amelia. I think that works out timeline-wise.
Timeline-wise, yeah. How many years was it then?
Only about 5 or 6.
Okay.
So the person that runs the Grand Library apparently let him in. Yeah. See, we were good friends. I haven't been there in a very long time, so I figured if you guys are going, and I can do you a service, and I've been told there might be some work in it in the future. If that's the case, then we can travel together. Eh?
Sure thing. And I'm just gonna sit down. I'm just gonna think about like timeline and like how old is she? What the fuck? Can we get my documents out? Hold on.
Yep. If it doesn't work, then it was whoever was the Grand Librarian before.
Yeah. That's fine. She's like 20. Yeah, did I not put her age now?
I might have missed it. All right. Anyways, we can go over that a little bit afterwards. So you guys rest for the evening, and Leo will just tinker away for the vast majority of the night because he can just sleep on the wagon as it's being dragged by Roxy with you all. So he works through the night to get a small box done. He will come to you regularly with asking for dimensions. How big of an object do you need to put inside? Do you mind if I inspect the item that you want protected, so I know just how much of a block you'll need?
Yeah, I'll
You'll need
handle all that.
Okay. He'll want to know if you want to just block whatever magic it has, or you want to block other people from seeing it. So does this need to be a lead-lined box to stop out scrying attempts, or does this need to, and all of that kind of stuff? And
We need the works.
Yes,
this
lead
is-
lined would be good.
This is what's up. You've been truthful with us. I'm gonna be truthful with you. We have a physical manifestation of a greater demon, and it can't be banished or destroyed easily. Not where we're at now. So we need to be able to contain it.
Also, please handle it with care so that you are not affected.
Oh, he doesn't get to touch it.
Oh,
He doesn't need
okay.
to touch it.
Okay.
He doesn't need to touch it. He just needs to
Just be
see it.
careful. I can see.
because there's more than one sin that Leo would be a victim to.
What are you eating, Alara?
Berries, obviously.
Okay.
Where did what?
So, as the night goes on, you guys will gain the benefits of a full long rest. Is there anything you wanted to do overnight?
Does Leo have any real, genuine slices, or is it all temporary stuff?
So he doesn't, at least that he shows you, he doesn't have any actual slices. But you watch him work, you can see that he is able to create slices. He actually performs spells and enchantments, and you watch him form these little slivers of magic as he's pouring them into this box that he's creating. So he'll create this little slice and then put it in to the box, and he just keeps empowering it like that over and over again as he performs his little ritual, infusing this box with magic similar to an anti-magic space. Would you want to talk to him and get an idea of the kinds of things he can do?
I'm just going to watch him for now. That's good.
Okay. All right. So I can, out of game, give you guys details on the kinds of infusions that are available. You have an artificer support to the party, so he can assist to a degree. He doesn't have too much capability being able to create many infusions, but he can give you a little handiwork for return for food and the like. Then, in the morning, when the sun begins to rise, as everyone wakes up and start preparing to head out for the day, Leo will have Roxy carry him as he holds the box over towards Theo. Hey, hello, good morning.
Morning.
Do you need a minute, or do you want to see the handiwork now?
No, it's just my normal face. I'll start plopping on my armor as I walk towards him and figuring all that out. Okay, all right, what we got?
Okay. It's a box. You put it in, close the box, and no more magic.
Okay, hold on. Well, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull out my bag and plop a bunch of like incense and stuff down and leaves, dried leaves, and I'm gonna start casting the detect magic ritual just to make sure that abjuration is on that and it's as potent as we need it to be.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Let me double check School of Magic on a particular portion of that spell, which come on. Here we go. Yes, very potent and powerful abjuration magic.
Also, Alara comes up for the first time. She's actually eating out of the palm of her hand, and you see there are no berries in her hand. She was going,
Remove curse from Alara.
she keeps eating.
Do you actually cast Remove Curse on her?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. This is worrying me.
What are you doing?
And any
God damn it!
I'm fine. What's wrong with you? I'm just hungry.
Any hold that gluttony may have over you will be washed away. Remove curse. I know it might not actually, but it would be. Yeah, with the remove curse spell, any hold that gluttony has over you will be removed.
I was just thinking if she put the thing in the box and just boom, I'd be like.
I'm really worried about your mental well-being. This is not right. You're the only one in the group that's acting
she's
like
like,
this.
oh. Was I just?
Yeah. For a while. For like 24 hours.
20?
A long time.
It took you 24 hours?
I wanted to see where it was gonna go.
What if I've been eating for real, though?
I don't think
feel really drained.
I'm really hungry. Like, actually hungry.
I haven't really actually been eating anything. I think the part of your brain that controls that has been feeding you weird information.
Ugh. Do you have food? Not berries. I don't want to eat any berries.
I have some rations. They're kind of old, though.
I'll take anything other than berries.
I will go fishing to get something.
Okay. What skills are you going to apply to your fishing efforts?
I mean, I have fishing gear, and I sure like it. So I don't know.
Is it just your
patience skill.
Yeah. Is patience so would that be wisdom based?
Well, probably more like fly fishing. You try to drop the lure where the
Dexterity.
fish are.
It's going for there.
Maybe perception, maybe seeing where it's at. I mean, it's not a drop and sit with a floater. There's a little more active, work to it. That kind of
All
thing.
Roll the
So-
perception.
All right. 14.
Okay. All right. You do get some food. You have a pretty good job of it, and you do it quickly enough that you're not going to slow things down too well. Okay. Then, as our heroes start packing up the camp, you will be able to tell that the box does work. He will remind you that having the box active limits his other capabilities. So if you want him to be able to perform other tasks and services, that you'll have to manage your capabilities with him. But before you get ready to leave, he wants to know, are we headed to Lumencia right now? In which case, he'll get back in his sleigh, go to sleep, and have Roxy just start pulling him towards Lumencia.
Pretty sure we are.
Yep. All right. So with the command, there is there is for any of you, not just the ladies, for any of you, there is space up here for one more. Eh? Come on. And he'll look towards Cecil. You can sit right in style.
I'm good, thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay. All right.
I hop up on the cart.
I'm gonna hop up on the cart next to Leo directly, and I'm gonna try to teach him during this time in whispers how best to present his friendship to Cecil. Not like this.
Okay.
I'm sitting in the back, and I'm just like, oh, I'm so hungry. Like, I'm just kind of like.
Were you gonna say something, Obi, as well? No.
No. I was wondering if I had any toxins that would take away the hunger, but I don't. So I'm just gonna not say anything.
You caught the fish, and she can conjure flames
she can.
in her
So
hand.
you can cook the fish
You
together.
just hold the hand.
Well, she also lives underwater. I assume you just eat this as is, right? You could prepare it, but I don't know. How do you prefer your fish?
Are you presenting the fish to her?
I mean, it's on a line, like one of those sticks with a little Y, and then it's like there, and it's like, here's a couple.
As you present it, she goes, oh my god! And she's like, I knew that fish! And she's like,
It's better to go to you than something that's not actually going to eat it.
I can't eat a friend. Could you eat a friend?
You knew this fish? We are landlocked. These are river fish. How many fish do you know?
I'm a druid!
How about a bird? Lightning, lightning, lightning.
Start shooting birds out of the sky
I'm a
before lightning.
vegetarian.
Well, so what do you eat? You were a shark. I thought shark ate fish at some point.
I don't eat in my shark form.
Right, so what do you eat? Normally, besides berries.
She looks at him like, too soon. She's like, lots of things. We eat a lot of seaweed and underground plants and underwater seaweeds and plants, and there's tons of stuff that we eat that isn't meat.
How do you people survive? That sounds terrible.
Easily.
Okay.
I have a batch of oatmeal and raisin cookies if you want some. They're the best kind of cookies ever.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
You just have those? That's so weird.
I have.
And she like scurries
different
across over your lap, and she's like, where are the cookies?
they're just underneath the beef jerky.
Oh! She's just like, her ears are like, and they're like flickering and twitching.
I shouldn't laugh.
You guys are awful.
Cows are land animals. What is there no? Okay.
Okay. As our party try to figure out what
When you're hungry enough,
Lara
you'll eat everything.
as we try to figure out what a D&D vegetarian will feast upon, we're going to end tonight's session there. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight as our heroes begin the road and trek towards Lumensia. It will take a while, but they have a new companion to try out and test if they like him, and if he's worth joining their crew for a longer time. Let us know if you like Leo. Then tweet us at Crituitous RP and let us know if you like Leo. But before we wrap up tonight, I'd like to turn the time over to Carl.
Hi, I'm Carl. I was playing Pilia Duentero. He's Shadow I also play Lafcadio Whitehorn, the Tabaxi Warlock. We do that on this channel, Sunday nights. This Sunday will be, and I play that with Casey. This Sunday will be our last game with Eugenio, DM Jazzy Hands, before we switch to a new DM, so look for those announcements coming soon. But tonight I was really enjoying this new character. I think Leo is very entertaining, and I can't wait to get to know him better. I am going to turn let's go to Casey.
It's my turn. I'm Casey. Casey H on social media. Usually I'm last. Take a little bit surprise. Yeah, you can catch me over on Twitter on Casey. Stop it. Don't laugh at me. Stop. You can go there to find out where I'm going to be and when. Also, really liked Leo. That's a really good Cajun accent for someone who's not even American. So, yeah, way to go. I knew exactly where it came from immediately. I was like, that's Louisiana.
True Blood Season 1.
You are channeling the Bill.
Yep.
I will pass it on down the line now to Amber.
I can't compete with your scream. It was great. I love you.
Thank you.
I loved all of the RP moments of tonight, especially the like patty cake moment that Theo and Alara had. But then I really like Leo. I love the idea of having a goblin with us, and like the kind of like shadiness of Theo and Alara trying to hide, like, shh, don't tell Cecil. Like, just kind of like I was trying to keep a lot of stuff from Cecil. Yeah, I loved it. And yeah, so are we saying where you can find us? I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say where we can find you, plug something if you'd like to plug something.
Yes, you can find me as always on Twitter at @for_D&D. I will be on the Greyhawk channel this Friday, August 16th at 7 p.m. Central Time for the second to last session of Saltmarsh Stories, which we are going to be level 15, which is awesome because I've never played a character that high before, so I'm going to be a level 15 Tempest Cleric, which is awesome. And then August 30th, another Friday, we're going to be level 20, and that's the last session of the whole like campaign, so you should come watch it. It'll be great. And that is DM'd by Alex Catu, so she's awesome. Other than that, I am always here on Tuesdays with these fine folks, so yeah, I'm going to pass it on to Matt.
I am Matt. I play Obsidian Dragon. Obsidian. What is his name? Obsidian something of Golden Valley. Obsidian Dragonfly of Golden Valley Clan. God, I couldn't remember which clan he was from. You can catch me here each week. This is where I tend to play these days. I really enjoyed kind of the pairing off. I really kind of enjoyed, how those two did it. I'm lamenting often that I'm this character that like observes and watches, and I'm really envious that you guys just like jumped in and did stuff. I'm like, oh, I wish I was less scared of people as a character. but that was great fun. And I guess unfortunately, this is the only show I do, which is good for me. But certainly I don't have anything else to plug. You can catch me on social media. I'm on Twitter at MatthewRBM. And with that, I'll send it over to Solomon.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Solomon, and I play Cecil Hathaway of House Illume Clan Hathaway. And today was fun. Leo is best boy. We will protect best boy of everything that we have. Yeah, Leo was cool. Seeing the little moments between my character and Pelir, and between the girls, and and even like the little fish moment that Obi had was pretty cool. I'm enjoying that now we're getting into my character's place, and Theo's sprinkling in new things that he's adding into it, which is pretty cool, and I'm pretty excited. I don't play anywhere else, but I have been playing Fire Emblem for 2 weeks straight. So if you guys are into Fire Emblem, the Switch, play it. It's amazing. But yeah, Theo.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Those were some very nice words, and I appreciate that. Yeah, I had a lot of fun today. It's always an interesting moment when someone early on in a session mentions something that I know full well is going to happen. Like the moment Casey said, we're looking for an artificer, I'm like, well, I've just planned the entire session will be introducing the artificer. Now it's going to feel like I was just forcing it on them. But I'm glad it kind of worked out fairly seamlessly, and it wasn't everyone at once. I liked that fact that people did split off before it happened, which was good. It was just overall it was a fun session. I enjoy those roleplay opportunities. I'm glad the accent worked out. I've been trying with that one. And all I do when I say I've been trying is I watch TV with those kinds of accents, and I copy the words as I'm listening to it. So Swamp People on the Discovery Channel, and True Blood, and so research has been a lot of fun. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to try out this artificer as a kind of a support member, almost a moving home base for a small amount of time, as he's able to supply the party with some goods and content in it. So keep checking us out to see how that relationship evolves. I don't stream myself on any other games, but I would once again, as always, reiterate, please check out these wonderful people's other content, as it is high quality and good quality stuff, so please do check them out. You can also, if you happen to be a fan of audiobooks, you can watch some audiobooks listen to some audiobooks produced by myself. Currently I have 2 available. The most recent one is New World, Life After the Bombs by Jenny no. Oh my goodness. I forgot the author's name. And I need to be able to say that. Give me 1 second. I do apologize.
Mrs. Jennerson.
Nope.
Was that close?
New World, Life After the Bombs by Darcy Clutton. It is a post-apocalyptic, and Jenny Twist was a different author, post-apocalyptic story told based within the land of England. And in the next few days, look out for Tales of Thrones, a Game of Thrones fan fiction book with lots of short stories, written by the author of Hodor's autobiography, My Journey North, and Things Jon Snow Knows by Ygritte. So definitely check out those books. I would recommend them. They're a lot of fun. So yeah, follow us on Twitter. We are at Crituitous RP. I am at Teo the DM. Please subscribe if you are able to do so. At least follow, so we can see that number climbing, and subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Twitter. Do all those nice things that let us know that you like us, and we'll keep doing good quality content for you all. So see you all